Alright, and here we have Firewatch. Now, I practically knew nothing about this game when I started playing it. All I knew is that the game came out in 2016, got rave reviews, and people just couldn't stop saying how much they enjoyed the game, but I really didn't know anything about it. And then I found out there was going to be a small limited physical release of the game through Limited Run Games and through Camp Santo's website specifically. There were going to be less than 10,000 copies of the game made. So usually through Limited Run Games, if a game seems even vaguely interesting to me, I'll go ahead and buy it. So the second it became available, I bought it, I got it. It came, of course, with a case and a postcard in there, and not necessarily a manual, but it came with a map, which is a replica of the map you use in the game, which is kind of cool. In fact, a game like this, I don't think needs a manual. But this game isn't at all what I expected it to be. I was expecting to be some sort of forest ranger looking out for fires and solving puzzles and whatnot. And this game is nothing like that at all. In fact, this game is, to me, barely a game. This is all story. And and being as such that it's all story, it's really hard for me to talk about this game because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that actually does want to play it. And it's kind of weird because me saying it's not really a game and being sort of disappointed by it, I still will recommend people play it because it is a good story. This is a game that I started playing 10 o'clock Sunday night, and the story was so good, I did not stop playing until the game was over 4 hours later, 2 a.m. But the thing is, though, the ending I felt was kind of disappointing because the story was taking me in places that made me think of, some huge conspiracy is going to happen. I'm going to unravel some huge conspiracy. There might even be aliens or something. But no. I mean, I'm sorry to disappoint you if you haven't played the game and you thought there might be aliens. But no, there's no aliens. There's no governmental conspiracy like I thought was going to happen in the game. It's pretty much when you find out the whole story of the game, you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But still kind of disappointing at the same time. And I guess the reason I kind of hesitate to call this a game is because there's no way to lose at it. There's no way to lose this game. There are no puzzles to solve. There's actually no way to change the story. Now, what you can change in the game, there's a whole bunch of options that are given to you throughout the game. Usually, when you're talking with your boss, Delilah, you have the option of saying different dialogues. Now, that will change the dialogue between you and Delilah throughout the game, but it really doesn't affect how the story plays out. What it affects is your relationship between you and Delilah and possibly your wife. That's what this game is about, pretty much. The whole story that I was focused on, this whole what I thought was going to be a conspiracy, is kind of like taking a backdrop to all of that. And to me, that's a little bit disappointing because it's not really what I expected. But I will say the story is good, and playing it through once will pique your interest. And there are some hidden areas, some hidden things to find that kind of manifest itself later on during the story, but nothing critical, nothing you can do can actually change what happens. And that to me is very disappointing, and I was actually more disappointed with that when I originally finished the game, because I finished the game and I thought, you know what, I have a feeling that no matter what options I make, the story's not going to change. It's only going to be, my relationship with Delilah and how I feel about my wife and all this other stuff. And I actually played through this game a second time, making exactly the opposite decisions I made the first game. And I was completely right. Nothing at all changed. This is pretty much, a lot of people say that this is a walking simulator. I wouldn't say it's quite that, because there are some places where you can explore. But nothing advances until you do the things you need to do. I'm glad I played the game, but I could play this again and try some different things just to see how Delilah reacts. That's pretty much this game, is how will Delilah react to this? That's what I would say that this game is. And if you played the game, I think you'll agree with me. And if you haven't played the game, I'd say wait for it to go on sale, maybe $5, possibly even less on Steam, and then buy it. I don't think this game is worth $20 digitally. Now, I did spend $30 for a physical game, and that's my choice. And honestly, if I really hated this game, I would sell it, and I could probably make a profit on it, even though I have played it, because it is a physical game. But digitally, I'd say wait for a big sale.
I called around. Things seem normal with everyone else.
And thanks everyone for watching. I'll see y'all next time.
Has anything strange been happening on your end?
No, nothing really.
Nothing really, or nothing?
Nothing. My door was open the other night, but that's not strange.